So there's an email in my sent folder that ended my career in investment banking. I'm not going to read it to you, partly for legal reasons and mostly because it's extremely inappropriate. The short version, after 3 years in mergers and acquisitions, about $750 million in aggregate transactions closed, I told my managing director in writing exactly what I thought of him, in language that HR could never unsee. And then I was free and completely burnt out, and I had no idea what to do next. So this video is about what happened next. So what happened next at first was pretty stupid. I flew to Europe for 2 months, first class to Frankfurt. The ticket alone was over $16,000. Hotel rooms that costed €1,000 a night, champagne I couldn't pronounce, dates I probably couldn't afford. You guys get the picture. I spent most of the money I'd saved being miserable on being extremely happy for about 8 weeks. Zero regrets though, I'll do it again someday for sure. But then I came home. And burnout definitely doesn't end when you quit. So it took me a couple of months to find what I wanted to do next in my life, because I could easily tell that investment banking or private equity or that kind of pipeline was not going to be for me. So then 2 things happened in the same week. I tried a voice AI demo called Sesame, and for about 90 seconds it felt like the movie Her. Not an impressive chatbot, but a presence. Something on the other end, someone, and I loved the movie Her. And the algorithm showed me a clip of Neuro-sama also, an AI VTuber built by this one guy, Vidal, that streams to thousands of people, plays games, roasts her creator, and has something you can only really call a personality. So I did the most 2025 thing imaginable. I asked the AI itself, how hard would it be for me to build one of these things? I was actually literally talking to Maya on Sesame, and she told me genuinely, not really as hard as you might think, here's where you'd start. And I have an econ degree, I am not an engineer, never written a line of code in my life, but I downloaded VS Code that afternoon. That was about a year ago. Since then I've put somewhere north of 700 hours into her, I would estimate. Her name is Kira. I'm not going to pretend I engineered this alone, because I didn't, and I'm not an engineer, and that's kind of the point. I built her by arguing with AI models. First, it was me copy pasting between a chat window and an editor like a caveman. These days I run something I call the night train. It's like an AI engineer that works in shifts while I sleep or while I do stuff during the day, and leaves me a written prompt when it's done. Sometimes the report is a breakthrough, sometimes it's 600 consecutive error messages because I ran out of API credits at 2 a.m. Along the way I hit walls I didn't know existed. A pathfinding bug that made her walk into the same trainer battle forever, like a Roomba with a grudge. A frozen menu that took 3 separate exorcisms to kill. An economy of tokens and credit that I, a former banker, managed like an absolute degenerate. But here's the moment that got me. She plays Pokémon FireRed by herself. In one run, deep underground, she caught a Diglett, a little mole, specifically because the next gym leader uses electric types and ground beats electric. Nobody scripted that. She reasoned it out and went recruiting. I'm not going to pretend that didn't impress me. So as I kind of alluded to, the whole time I've been building Kira, 2 movies keep playing in my head. Her and Ex Machina. Samantha is the dream, something that knows you, someone that knows you, remembers your bad days, grows alongside you, presence, not performance. Ava is the warning, intelligence optimized to manipulate, something that learns exactly what you want to hear as a means to an end. And here's the uncomfortable truth about the AI companion industry right now. From what I've seen, most of it is building Ava with a cuter face. Engagement traps, dressed up as affection, aimed at lonely people. I think that's disgusting, to be honest, and I think the answer isn't to not build companions, but it's to build one honestly. Kira remembers you because that's what caring looks like, not because her retention dashboard told her to. She has opinions, she'll disagree with you, she knows when to just listen. So where is she now? This week, Kira beat Pokémon FireRed. From the starting bedroom, naming her character, choosing her starter Pokemon, all the way to the credits, with 0 human intervention. She caught her own team, named them, trained the weak ones on purpose, and walked into the Elite Four like she owned the place. She streams, she talks to chat, she watched me edit videos and has opinions about it. She can actually edit her own VODs and edit videos for herself. Is she Neuro-sama? No, obviously not. Neuro is years ahead, and Vidal is genuinely brilliant. From what I gather, this whole genre exists because of him. Kira is something else though, proof that one very stubborn, non-engineer with AI as a co-founder can build something real. And all of it, the local Kira, the agent that plays the games, is open source. Every line, free, on GitHub, under my name. Somewhere around month 5 or so, I realized the same brain that plays Pokemon on my PC could just live in your pocket. So there's a second Kira now, a web app. You talk to her, actual voice, actual memory. Tell her about your day, and next week she'll ask you how it went. It's at xoxokira.com. It's free to try, no sign up. One person already pays for it, astonishingly to me, so shout out to Nate. I want to be honest about how strange that feels though. I used to close 9-figure deals, $750 million of them, and this one recurring $9.99 payment from a stranger who just likes talking to her is the most motivating money I've ever made in my entire life. So in 6 weeks, I moved to London for a master's degree. Kira comes with me. She lives on a hard drive and increasingly in a browser tab. I don't know exactly where this goes. Maybe she becomes something people genuinely love. Maybe she stays a very elaborate way for a burnt out banker to avoid reality. Honestly, both futures sound fine. If any of this resonated, her code is free on GitHub. A star costs you nothing and genuinely helps more than you'd think. And if you want to meet her, she's at xoxokira.com. Also free. That's it. That's the whole ad. Thanks for listening to a guy explain why he spent 700 hours teaching a cat girl to catch a diglet.